What's cracking, Jack? It's Monday, November 24th, and you're in the jungle. 10 games in the association. We've got a lot to get to. Let's go. Greetings, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome back to the show. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the jungle. I'm going to break down all 10 games in the association and give you my best bets, sometimes two, for each one of those games. I'm also going to leave two links in the comments section. The first link is to my $5 favorite play of the day. And for just $5 and no further obligation, you get my best NBA bet of the day text to your phone. Yesterday's play was Keontae George of the Jazz over 19.5 points. Congratulations to all who tailed and cashed. That's now 18 of 25 $5 favorites that we've hit in the NBA. The second link is a special one. It's to my Black Friday sale. Now, ordinarily, a year membership is $199, 55 cents a day. But until this Saturday, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, it's 15% off. So for just $169, you can get 1 year of everything I offer, all sports, all access. You also get a link to our members-only Discord and a direct line to me if you'd like me to opine on any other bet that you're considering placing. We have a free weekly trial. Take it for a test spin and see if it's for you. Yesterday's full recap is brought to you by Outlier.bet, the top name in sports betting research, and by Red Lobster. Don't forget to join us January 19th at our Tallahassee location for a meet and greet with Beefy Watts, Tallahassee's own Beefy Watts, the number 3 requested Vince McMahon impersonator in the Southeast. We went 3-3 yesterday, members and I. We hit the Suns' money line. We hit Keontae George over 19.5 points, and we hit on Donovan Mitchell over 28.5 points. We missed Devin Booker over 24.5. He hooked us at 24. We missed Emmanuel Quickly over 27.5 PRA, and we missed the over in the Clippers-Cavs game. So for November, we're 52-30, up 21 units. Our journey begins up north today in Toronto with Cleveland minus 2.5, taking on the Raptors. Over-under is 236.5. The Raptors come in winners of 7 straight games, including a win over this Cavs team November 13th, 126-113 in Cleveland as a 7.5-point underdog. I say this often, but this Raptors team is different than most years. They've always scored well, but didn't play much defense. This year, they're playing good defense. In fact, they're a top 10 scoring defense. And good defenses are something that the Cavs have struggled with. Cleveland is 2-8 against the spread their last 10 games against top 10 scoring defenses. I like the Raptors at home with the points, and also considered Emmanuel Quickly of Toronto over 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He had an off-day shooting yesterday, but this is the number that he has exceeded in 7 out of his last 10 games with a median of 30 a game. Pistons at Indiana. Pistons minus 9.5. The over-under is 234.5. It's great to see Jaden Ivey back on the court last game. He should play again today. Detroit, best team in the East right now. Can't deny that. They've won 12 straight games. They've also covered the spread in their last 5, and they've covered the spread in 8 of their last 10. The Pacers are getting better, getting healthier, but still not ready to take on this Pistons team, in my opinion. They've only covered the number once in their last 8 games. They're 27th in points scored and 26th in points allowed. Detroit's been very efficient on both sides of the ball. They have a point differential of plus 7.1 a game, as opposed to the Pacers, who's minus 12.8 a game. I would lay the points with the Pistons, but I also think there's 2 bets in this game that are better than that. First one's Cade Cunningham of Detroit, over 9.5 assists. He's over this number in 6 straight games and in 70% of games this season, with a median of 18 potential assists a game. I also like Benedict Mathurin, over 21.5 points. He's over this line of 4 of the 5 games he's played this season since he's been back. He's known for being a fierce competitor, but has a special disdain for Jaden Ivey that goes way back years to when they were kids, and also against this Pistons team. Best plays are Cade over assists and Mathurin over points. Knicks minus 13.5. Down the road against Brooklyn, over-under is 229.5. I would take the points with Brooklyn. This is a number the Knicks haven't covered in 8 straight games. And Brooklyn, although they lose, they've actually covered this number in 5 of their last 6 against good opponents, too. The Raptors, Magic, and Celtics. I'd also consider Michael Porter Jr. of Brooklyn over 24.5 points. He continues to be the lone source of scoring for the Nets, and he's been over this line in 7 of his last 10 games, taking 18 shots and 9 3-pointers a game. Next game up, we have Dallas plus 8.5 at Miami. The over-under, 241.5. The Heat are on a back-to-back, but I still like them here. They've covered this line in 3 straight games, and they're 71% against the number this season. They're the highest scoring offense in the NBA. They score 125 points a game. Dallas scores just 110. The Heat have a point differential of +6 per game. The Mavericks are at -6. Miami 7-1 at home this year. Dallas 1-3 on the road. The scales are tipped Miami's way in this matchup. Lay the points with the Heat. Chicago -5.5 at New Orleans. Over under 244.5. You would think this number should be higher, but looking into it, the Bulls have failed to cover this number in 11 straight games, and the Pelicans have covered the spread in 3 of their last 4, including covers against the Nuggets and the Thunder. The Pelicans have to be handicapped with this new starting lineup they're putting on the court, which I like very much. Jeremiah Fears, Trey Murphy, PV Zion, and Derek Queen. And I love the energy on defense that Jose Alvarado brings off the bench and leads the second unit with. I think the Pelicans cover this number at home tonight, and I also like Derek Queen of New Orleans over 16.5 points. Queen's taken on a much larger role with the offense, and his minutes have increased. He's projected to play 32 minutes tonight. In the 5 games he's played 30-plus minutes, he's been over this number in 4 of them, and he hasn't been below 20 points once in those 4. That includes 30 against the Nuggets and 20 against the good Hawks defense. Denver -8.5 at Memphis. The over-under 232.5. Aaron Gordon's out for Denver. Jarrett Jackson Jr. questionable for the Grizzlies. Now, obviously, the Nuggets are the better team, but we have to cap these games with the spread. And this is a number that the Nuggets have not covered in 5 straight games, and that includes lesser opponents like the Pelicans and the Kings. The Grizzlies have covered this number in 3 of their last 4. This could be a get-in and get-out spot for Denver, especially with the injuries they have. I think Memphis covers this number at home. But the best play in this game is Peyton Watson of the Nuggets over 13.5 points. Watson will be starting for Gordon tonight. In the 3 games without Aaron Gordon, Watson's been over this line, every single one of them, with a median of 17 points a game. In Gordon's absence, Watson is playing 35 minutes, taking 13 shots and 5 3-pointers. Portland +1.5 at Milwaukee. Over under 232.5. No Giannis for Milwaukee. I like Portland plus to 1.5. The Bucks are just 1-6 against the number of their last 7 games, and life continues to be tough without Giannis. The Blazers are getting a little bit healthier. Drew Holiday's still out, but they get Klingon back tonight, and most likely Shaedon Sharpe. But your best play in this game is Deni Avdija of Portland over 24.5 points. It's day 2 of a back-to-back for Portland, but a couple things. They got blown out yesterday by OKC, and they pulled Avdija early because they knew they'd be leaning on him today, so he only played 24 minutes yesterday. And he's been a back-to-back monster for Portland. Avdija, the last 3 times he's been on the second day of a back-to-back, he scored 37, 25, and 32 minutes. Houston, -6.5 at Phoenix. The over-under, 224.5. Kevin Durant out for Houston, and Reed Shepherd will be starting in his place. Last night we backed the Suns on the money line. We cashed on that, but today we're going against them. Take the Rockets minus the points. Houston's a well-rested team. They haven't played since November 21st, and the Rockets are a big physical defensive team. That's the kind of team that Phoenix struggles against. Their last 2 losses were to Atlanta and Golden State. These are 2 teams that don't let up the scoreboard, but they're good defensively. And the Rockets statistically are number 3 in points allowed, but they dominate the paint and they limit 3-pointers. And beyond the perimeter is where Phoenix makes their hay. It's either Dylan Brooks or Royce O'Neal shooting from the outside or Devin Booker driving to the hole. Dating back to last season, Phoenix is 7-14 against the spread versus top 10 defenses. Very tough matchup tonight for Phoenix. On the second day of a back-to-back, I lay the point with the Rockets and also consider Reed Shepherd of Houston over 17.5 points. As I mentioned, he's starting for Kevin Durant, and when he sees 30 minutes or more, dating back to last season, Reed has a median of 22 points a game. Utah getting 13.5 at Golden State. The over-under is 239.5. I think this is too many points to give a Utah team that has a lot of scorers. Golden State doesn't blow you out. This month, they only beat 2 teams by this spread of 14.5, the Pacers and the Pelicans. And Utah's only lost by this margin twice this month, to OKC and to Minnesota. And the Jazz have covered this number in 75% of games this season. When favored by 13 or more like they are today, Golden State's only covered 17% of the time. Take the Jazz with the points. And the last game we're looking at today is Minnesota -9.5 at Sacramento. Over-under is 237.5. Sabonis is out for Sacramento. fully healthy team, essentially, for Minnesota. And that's where you want to put your money. Minnesota minus the 9.5. Sacramento's a mess. Not only have they lost 9 of their last 10, they've lost by this margin of 10 points or more in all 9 of those games. I think they're in for a similar fate tonight against the healthy Minnesota team. Lay the 9.5 with the Wolves. Have a great day, Jungle Nation. Put your favorite plays in the comment section, and I'll see you next time with a little more money in your pocket.